everybody, welcome back to another stream. I'm a little late today. You can blame Otter here because he said let's go do a game of League real quick. Don't do that.
We started that game at 8.
No, we started around like 8:20.
You know what? We started searching for that game about 8. Champion select took 10 minutes.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I promise.
No, because you came back at 8:15.
Shut!
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm all over the place today because I had to set this up really quickly. Usually I have this done like 10-15 minutes ahead of time. Oh well. Anyways, we're back
No,
at
it's fine.
we're back playing Killer Love again, or I guess reading, not really playing.
You know what? There's like a choice at the end, technically. Like
At
it makes it a
the
game.
end.
Yeah, it's the only time we get to have input. And I'll let you pick because I've seen all the endings to this game.
Oh no. But yeah, alright, we're gonna start.
You just started it from the beginning.
Fuck off. Shut up. Hold on. Quit.
Load. Just go to load.
No, I'm going main menu. Fuck you.
Fine. Load.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know what happened. I know what happened. When you were making the thumbnail.
No!
Did you move the folder?
No, I didn't. I just copied.
Okay, go to Steam and verify the game's integrity real quick.
God damn it! Also, hey, Austin, how you doing?
Look what you've done!
No, you're the one that suggested this. All I did was copy. Shut up, phone. Oh, so many things are going off at once. This is not okay.
Verifying this. Well, okay, you know what?
Oh, fuck.
We've got two options. We hope in the next frame it's fixed. Let's hope. Okay, let's hope before you verify the game file. Let's hope in the next frame it's fixed.
If it's not,
I said let's hope it is. If it's not, then you have to quit out and verify your game files.
so
That's terrifying. Floating. Floating on.
I gotta exit it. Alright, well shit, hold on everybody.
That's great. I love that. This is.
Okay, this is a professional place. Professional.
We
setting.
are.
I promise we're professional.
We are professionals. Yes. Well.
Oh,
Any amount you were mad.
files failed to validate. What?
Yes,
119. What the fuck? What the hell? Why? Okay, all files successfully valid. What? Alright, let's try this again. Oh, holy fuck. Alright, right from load, okay. Okay, it worked! Alright, let me turn it back, sorry. Oh. Holy shit. Don't care if you hear Discord in the background anymore. This is already a train fucking wreck. And I have to voice first. Fuck.
He's fine.
It's not fine. I've been stuck
Yes.
in perpetual grin, and that's really hard to voice with the perpetual. Fuck.
Would you like me to be the cute anime girl today?
Actually, Yes, you can be both of the girls today, and I will be the dude.
All right.
You
That's
gotta
not
put a
true,
voice
is
on
it?
it.
You were in
Yeah.
charge. Oh, that's not true, is it? You were in charge of the rice.
Yeah, the rice. It ended up mushy.
I think it's delicious. You're also doing the stage direction
Yeah,
now.
I know. Anna ate it like it was the tastiest thing in the world. An idea popped into my mind. If I bore her, she might leave early. Thanks. But the chicken is much better. And it's incredible how you can make anything decent in the oven we have, Grace.
Oh, don't talk about the oven, Jack. It's embarrassing.
I'll bet you've never seen a greasier oven, Anna. I swear to God.
I tried to clean it.
You're roboting just a wee bit.
Oh, here, let me not be a robot real quick. Let me close my way. All my stupid. Make sure nothing is killing my internet. Okay. There we go. Where was I? But nothing works. I don't know what the previous owners did to make it that dirty.
And that's not even the biggest problem, is it, you said?
Yes. The light in the oven barely works. And don't get me started on the heating. It's so sketchy.
Yeah, all of that. And you still managed to make something this good. What do you say, Anna?
It's tasty. It reminds me of home.
My home's in the forest.
No! You tried remembering what home was like, Jack.
I swallowed, choked, and coughed. No, I fucking died of laughter. There's a difference. What was that? All of a sudden. Anna smiled and went on eating.
I was just wondering.
No, I haven't tried to remember what home was like. I don't see why I'd have to. I'm fine without it.
All right. It's a shame, though.
Tough.
Jack?
Yeah. What is it, Grace?
I'm with Anna on this one.
You are?
Yes.
Even after you said you were fine with me deciding what was going in my head?
I'm trying to think what's best for you. That's right. You can't spend your life running away from the past. Face it now. Be a man. It's not healthy to lock so much of yourself away. It can't be. You have to agree, Jack.
I didn't reply. I was eviscerating a chicken drumstick.
Anna, you can't handle the evisceration of a chicken drumstick.
Like I always describe it. Eviscerating a chicken drumstick.
Well, how else do you eat a chicken drumstick?
By just eating it, not eviscerating it.
Clearly, you've never had a good drumstick. I like this. I like the smug look on Anna's face.
Like, bitch, yeah, you eviscerate that drumstick, I'm fucking gone. Holy shit.
Oh god.
Yeah, continue, sorry.
Anna, tepid pause. I didn't tell you this, but a night at least once a week, Jack.
That's enough! I banged my fist on the table, then was immediately ashamed that I'd lost my temper. Hold on, I can do that. That's enough! We don't talk about my problems! Let me eat my drumstick and
Uh,
But I couldn't go back down. I couldn't back down, sorry. This this has got to be with me and me only. Oh, this has to do with me. Shut up. Stay the hell out of it. Both of you. Do you understand?
Why are you so...
Ah, it's no good. I've never gotten this angry before. I fucking have. I needed to be alone. Bye, bitches. Fuck you. I walked off to another room, but that didn't help. I could still hear their murmurs and their whispering. They were talking about me. I dressed in a hurry. Sir, were you fucking naked? The fuck?
Well, he was... Well, I'm gonna assume homie just didn't have shoes on.
It did put on shoes. They said you're putting on shoes.
What are you going out, Jack?
I nodded.
Have fun.
Oh,
Wait, don't go. I'm sorry I keep insisting so much. You know I'm trying to help, right?
yeah.
Then please don't be mad.
Fuck you. I couldn't stop being angry. It was stronger than me.
Can you just do one thing for me? Just so I know I did all I could.
Do what?
Can you say you're fine with... No, please say that you don't want to remember.
Why do I feel like she has something to do with his past too? Yeah, your silence is not that convincing, sir.
How is my silence not convincing? I'm just not telling you.
Don't care. Anyways, continue.
Okay. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I hesitated longer than I thought I would. Suddenly it struck me I was being childish as hell. Don't give a damn. I was trying to eat my fucking drumstick. But in the end, my anger and my stubbornness won over. I don't want to remember. There. Are you happy now? I wanted things to stay as they were. That's all I ever wanted. For nothing to change. Because for once, I was happy. Well?
I'm sorry.
You should be. Oh. Oh. I walked out. By the time I came back, Grace was gone. August 17th. I came back hours. Fuck! I came back hours later after a little drinking and a lot of pointless wandering. Ew. The apartment was empty. Her things were gone, and I only realized that after I read the letter. Oh. The letter was on the table next to a half-finished dinner. There was a key next to the letter, too. Her key to the apartment. I remember the letter word for word, so why don't I write it down here? Wouldn't that be fun? Jack, it said. I can't stay with you anymore. You're only going to make yourself more miserable, and I can't help you, and I can't watch you do this to yourself. I pray that there's someone who can help you like I couldn't, and I hope you'll be happy. Goodbye. Grace didn't need to sign the message. I would have recognized those neat letters anywhere. I'd seen the same handwriting during our brief year together, on dozens if not hundreds of little notes. Shift schedules, reminders to buy snacks or milk, things like that. There were, in fact, at least half a dozen of the yellow post-it she used still around the apartment. seeing them hurt. There was a lot of other things that Grace hadn't taken with her, too: socks, pants, a few undershirts, a scarf, one pair of shoes, a sweater she really liked, too. She would have worn the sweater while napping in the evening. It was all evidence of how much of a hurry she'd been in to get away from me. Now I know better. She was kidnapped.
Oh, am I back to the? Oh, am I still on Anime Girls
Yup.
for this chapter? Okay.
Yup.
Morning, everyone. That's not Anna. But I can't do condescending yandere. So, but that's the best you're getting.
Well, come on. If I could do it, you could do it.
Morning, everyone. That one's pushing it. That one's limit testing my anime girl voice.
The patients all agree her. I do too.
Well, well. I am happy to see you finally stop being Mr. Grumpy.
Well, you know.
Do you feel any better? Does the leg still hurt?
I'm a little better, I guess. At peace.
Great. You'll be up on your feet in no time, I'm sure. Free to come back home.
Oh, nah. I laugh like hell. See, I'm really good at that. Anna probably doesn't see that what's so funny. Fuck's sake, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anna probably didn't see what's so funny. She smiles vacantly. I guess she does love me in her own way. It doesn't matter, though. Remembering the pain she caused me has given me conviction. My heart is set on killing her. Time to stab a bitch today. August 18th. My health is vastly improving. Doctor's words, though. And if I feel it. I didn't wake up at night so much anymore, choking on pain. And I don't get so angry anymore that I have to chew my own fingers so I don't end up shouting. I really am at peace. I know what to do. And I know I have to do it. I feel like I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm a train going down a set of tracks at a few 100 miles per hour. No turns, no brakes. Whatever happens, will happen. It's strangely calming. For now, I'll keep on writing. I know a good point to stop. After Grace left, I spent that first night alone in the kitchen floor. It was where my legs happened to give in under me. After hours of walking back and forth in the apartment, I had paced around like a caged animal, looking under pillows and carpets and poking my head in
Poiking?
shut up, poking my head in closets. I don't know why. Maybe I thought I'd find her there. I woke up in the afternoon with a blanket over me. I thought that Grace had done it, that she'd come back. She hadn't. I guess it must have been Anna. I didn't go to work. I didn't eat. I don't remember drinking any water, but I must have, and I must have slept a lot too. It turned out I needed Grace more than I thought I did. Certainly more than she needed me. I was all alone that day, that night, and the day after too, right up to the evening. That's when I pick or take her out to sea. Sorry. Hi, bye. That's when she made her move. The windows were closed and the blinds were drawn. It must have been stuffy and hot in the apartment. I lay on the couch shivering. I held to my chest the sweater Grace had left. I was about to slip into uncomfortable sleep when the front door opened. My heart skipped a beat before the sight of the person coming in disappointed me. Yeah, I have that effect on people too.
Hello? Jack.
I stared at her.
What's wrong?
Stare. She tried to get me to talk, but I was not in a talking mood. Eventually, she found the letter still on the table, pretended to find it.
Oh, Jack. Oh, darling.
Go away.
You're hurt, I know. She's terrible, isn't she, to have hurt you so badly?
She's. The sweater was soft against my skin. It smelled of her.
I know, I know. She's awful. Let me help.
Ugh. She brought her hand to my face. I turned my head away.
I'm the one who can make you happy, you know. You won't have to remember that girl ever again. You won't want to, I promise.
Her hand found my cheek. It had only been 2 days since I had last seen Grace, had last touched her, but it was like I had already forgotten a person's warmth. I raised my hand I raised my hand to bat hers away, and I found that I couldn't do it. Instead, I put my hand on hers. Fucking simp! Anyways, I was close to tears. There were so many emotions in me that confused and overwhelmed me. But Anna was here, and she was whispering that she'd never leave. Woo! We made love there on the couch. Awooga. Afterwards, I used the sweater. Jack, you're a whore! No! Anna lay next to me, soft and warm. Both of her hands are wrapped around one of mine. And the morning after the long, long night, Anna looked to me and asked me a question.
Tired, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
I won't go to work today. I'll call in sick. What about you?
I don't know. I won't go to work. I hadn't thought at all about work. It was so irrelevant.
That's a good idea. Hey, I'm going to my apartment. I want to have a nice hot shower. Come with.
Sure, yes. My
My
apartment.
apartment had a. Oh, I forgot I'm not. Sorry.
You're the
I
uwu girls
apologize.
today, alright?
These are not Iwu girls.
Uwu girl and RR girl. That's what you are today. It's not me, it's you. My apartment had a perfectly
Alright.
working shower, of course, but I didn't want to be by myself. I was scared. After I had showered her place, I love the female voice actor. I know, right? After I had a shower at her place, Anna told me I could stay
Oh,
there a
God.
while. Reaper could use the work though. Fuck you! Fuck you! I did perfectly well as the Uwu and RR girl last time. You weren't here for it, Vi. Fuck you. um, until you feel better, she told me. What do you say? I said yes, and that's how it went. I don't. I don't feel shame for what I did. I know I should, but I don't. The problem is, I don't really feel like I did any of that. It's more like I was watching myself do those things, watching myself get tricked and cheat on Chase. Sorry, Grace. Uh, and live with that woman who's caused so much misery to so many people. I know I should be ashamed. It's a disgusting thing I did, and I can't take it back. I let myself be made into an animal. That one whole month is something I like to forget and to never remember. So I won't write about it, or about anything anymore. I've written enough. I'm done. This journal has helped me a lot, but I don't need it anymore. This is then. It's goodbye. So goodbye. John F. Kennedy.
Jack Friday, come on. You forgot his last name.
No. I woke up
I
and found the
sense X.
I woke up and found the room dark. Chapter 5. A new brand of happiness. Incredibly dark. It didn't matter if my eyes were open or closed. The image didn't change. Something wasn't right. The air smelled different. Grace made a soft moaning sound in her sleep. Oops. She lay next to me. I reached down to make absolutely sure she was here.
Jack.
To hear her voice instead was like finding a snake in my bed. I almost fell over the nightstand.
Are you okay? Bad dream?
Stay up! She touched me, skin against skin. I remembered where I was and why I was here.
Better?
Oh no. Yeah, sorry about that.
Good.
I settled back onto my side of the bed. Anna ruffled my hair.
You startled me.
Why is she grinning like that? Holy fuck! I didn't mean to.
It's okay. I know you wouldn't do that. Because you love me.
Your turn.
Dear diary. You gotta say it like dear.
No.
No? Boo.
Continue.
Oh, I have to do the dear diary?
It's a
Oh,
new
I forgot!
chapter! You dipshit!
No. Wait, no, this is because the diaries are Anna as well.
Yeah, well, actually, so you
It's
still
all
have
been
to
worth
read
it. Yeah, I know. Boo hiss. It's all the years of waiting and hoping have been so worth it. I never expected it to go as well as it did. Now I feel silly I was ever worried. Grace the whore is out of the picture. It was easy. She's so scared of everything. And Jack is all mine. I expected he would struggle a lot more. I'm so proud of him. Even in the terrible state he's in no memories of us at all. He knew in his heart he should pick me over her. You're so cute, Jack, the way you absolutely helpless without me. I'll pamper you a little more. I can do that. There's no hurry. There's no rush. We've reached our happy ending.
I paced around Anna's bed. Step, 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 step. Turn. Step, 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 step. Turn. It wasn't a very large room, but about the same size as mine, and step, 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 step. Turn. It was dark. The curtains were drawn, but it would have been dark without them, too. The alarm clock's neon green digits, hovering in the dark, showed that it was 5:10 a.m., and it was Monday. Step, step, step. Anna's bed sheets rustled. She murmured something and sat up.
Jack, why are you...
I took in a deep breath. It helped me keep my voice from shaking as I answered. It's nothing. Go back to sleep.
What is it? Something is wrong, isn't it? Tell me. I'll make it go away.
Why did you clip my reaction? What the fuck? No, please. It's stupid.
Tell me.
I stepped closer to the bed, banged my shit on its side, and sighed. It's Monday. Anna glanced over my shoulder at the alarm
Sounds
clock.
like someone has a case of the Mondays.
God fucking damn it!
I'm sorry. Yep, it is. So?
I have work. When Grace. When she. When I came back to an empty apartment, it was early Friday morning. I had missed work on Friday. I must be on thin ice already. I didn't even call in.
And? Just don't go.
But if I don't go today, they'll fire me for sure.
So?
What do you mean, so? This is serious.
Don't be upset. Here.
Anna got up lazily and kissed me, held me. We stood there for a few moments in silence.
There. Doesn't it all seem better now?
No. But but I still
Uh,
Is Anna's last name Stockholm by any chance?
Yikers. That's an uh-oh.
That's great.
No, sweetie. You stay in today.
She pressed herself harder against me. Ayo? I felt her softness, the heat of her body. I could hardly feel anything else.
You don't want to go to work.
Yes, Atticus? You don't like Anna either? Neither do I. Can I help you?
Meow.
He won't sound like it. Hold on, everybody.
You'd like a cat cam. Well, I guess I'll keep streaming entertained. I guess Anna Stockholm, more like Anna stick it home. Something like that.
The hell did you say while I walked away?
I said, first I suggested that you needed a cat cam, like just a camera that's just perpetually pointed at Atticus, and then I was talking to chat, because chat, this is a Twitch stream, you gotta talk to chat.
I know, but like, what the hell were you saying on my Twitch stream?
Reading chat, talking to chat. Don't worry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
be
I'm
worried
not.
about it.
I didn't, suggest we go to Cracker Barrel and then forget the barrel. Okay, it's fine.
You want to eat some crackers? Yes, Rick, you
Continue.
could talk to chat here. Bro! The fuck? This ain't no YouTube video. It will be after the end of this stream. Anyways.
You don't want to go to work, do you?
I don't, but I mean, I have to.
You don't have to. It'll be fine. The world won't end.
I was going to complain again, but she pressed a finger to my lips.
You know what? An idea just came to me. If you move out of that awful apartment and come live with me instead, you won't have to work in that awful store anymore either. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
You know what else should be a YouTube video? Realizing that he's a better VA than you. Fuck you! I'm a good VA. Fuck you! It sounded so good, and understood me so well. But I wasn't sure of myself. I asked if I was really fine for me to stay here for good.
Of course.
I'm gonna probably put you in fucking timeout. I swear to God. I am not in the mood today. I played League, and that was a bad idea. And I got bullied. I'm a jar of peanut butter. You know what? Peanut butter is better than jelly, so fuck off. I'll take that compliment. Bro. I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what? It's fine. I'm showing you up if only because I have like auditioned like 4 times to read an entire novel, like on purpose.
I believe
Never got
that.
the part, but I've done it.
It's because I'm not doing the female voice acting. Fuck you. I'm giving you the
Would
good
you?
parts.
You're giving. Okay, I would you like it to have the Ara girl back?
No, you can keep as our girl.
Okay. Okay. All right. I wouldn't want you anywhere else.
No, because if I were our girl, okay, she would still say the same fucking thing. I already know how Vi is gonna work. Anyways, continue.
Dear diary. Oh my god. Oh goodness. How is this going so well? It never worked so well before. Not with the patients I tried it on, even though they were terminal.
Oh my god! But you can't say that!
Ahem. Even though they had no one to visit. Ahem. All of them kept being themselves right up to the end. Though with Anna Stockholm, I'm not sure what difference it makes here. But with Jack, I can do anything. He is like clay.
Or a jar of peanut butter and jelly.
I could change him into anyone, anything I want. They're not compared. How awful! He's so lucky that it's me doing this. Could you imagine someone else with this kind of responsibility? No, no, no. What am I saying? Nobody else could make him so willing to change. Me. Only me. He's only like this because he loves me so much. He's always loved me, even when he didn't realize it.
Hold on, what the fuck did you just say, Vi? Sorry.
Dude, is yours auto mod set to strict? I feel like it is.
Yeah, that's just Twitch, honestly. That's actually just
Which one?
Twitch.
Am I a mod? Can I change these settings? I'm not a mod. I can't change your
No, you're
settings.
not mad.
And he'll always love me, and I'll always love him, and we'll be
It's okay, I
together
allowed it.
forever. Forever. Oh, I'm so happy. I can scream.
Do it. Somebody clip it, clip it, clip it!
Right now, I'm really teasing him a little, but that's okay. All the time in the world. Unlike those other boys, he's not about to expire.
Well, you better fucking clip that. If not, I'm gonna be upset.
It's not a necessity, really.
It really is. Days
Really
go by.
wasn't.
Maybe a week. It totally is.
Always making that noise. Jack. Come on, Jack.
A laugh.
If you don't let go of me, I can't go to work, you know.
Then don't go. Stay here.
Hey, one of us has to go. We need it to live.
I need you to live.
It's very sweet, but I still have to go.
I wouldn't budge. She ran her fingers through my hair. I like that.
Get off me now. I'll promise I'll have a special surprise for you when I come back.
Really?
Really. I promise.
Okay. I forced myself to let her go. After she went away, I lay back on the bed. I waited for her to come back. I did nothing else. Simp.
Simp.
And a surprise was a big plastic bag. It was swollen, full of something. Santa? No. I looked at her, then at it, and then at her again, and frowned.
You'll see. Come, we need to go somewhere.
Go outside? Okay, I really am jack shit.
Yes. That's it. Isn't that exciting?
I looked away.
No. What? You don't want to?
I held up a pillow in front of me. It was meant to act as a barrier.
Oh, you big scaredy cat. Come on.
She took my arm and pulled. I wouldn't go. Her grip was strong, or maybe I've gotten weak, but I'd stayed in place.
Huh? So you really don't want to go? Let's.
Let's. You dipshit!
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
Let's. How come we can't just stay here?
Oh, sweetie. I don't want the apartment to burn down.
What? She made me dress in outside clothes. They were rugged and cold. I did, in fact, clip it. Yes! The outside was even more rugged and cold. Also, clipped your mating. Oh, my what? My what now?
Oh no.
What? The street
Feel
was.
like
I'm
we're about
listening.
to.
Come on, spit it out. When I made my Carl Weezer comment, alright? You fucking trill. No, it's a talent I have. If that ain't a mating call, I don't know what is.
No,
That's not okay. The
it's
street was
kind of
what?
funny.
No!
I said it's kind of funny.
No, it's not funny.
A little bit? Not like
No. No. We got the clip of you screaming.
That's true. No, you're not wrong. There should be. No, there's no clip. I don't. I forget how to find clips.
If I hear a trill in the wild, I'm running away. Probably a good idea. But no, people can't just go like on command. What the fuck?
You kind of did it. That sounds.
There's
Okay,
a
I'm
weird
gonna put
horny
the.
reaper on the loose. No! Why? Why? No. The street was wet. It must have rained. The people there were giving me looks. They were looking at me like I was trash. Hey, I'm trash! Why? What have I done to them? What had I. What had I ever done to anyone? Oh, Anna.
I found the clip that I watched the clip.
No! No!
Went to hold on this. It's the other
No!
clip. It's the other clip. And a Reaper's mating call. Okay, that's kind of they've got. You know what? It's got a. You know what? You've got a point.
No!
Everything you've said, it kind of like it shouldn't be valid,
No!
but it kind of is. Anyways, oh hey,
End me now.
ease up a little. You'll hurt my hand.
That's what I want to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You really don't feel like it. We can go back home right now.
You know what? I should download the clip before she deletes it. I don't delete clips. There's only like a couple I've deleted. Really?
Yes. But I know you can do this. So you do it for me?
Fuck no. Uh, yeah, okay.
Great! Thank you, Jack. You're so good to me.
Woo! We walked for over 15 minutes. My feet hurt and my legs made clicking sounds. I hadn't really walked in over a week. But I didn't complain.
We're almost there. Do you know where we are?
I shook my head. This is you.
Oh, I forgot I have to do the normal reading too.
At least it's chapter.
Anna had led me somewhere I'd never been.
You brought out the narrator voice.
Each street we passed was dirtier and grayer and more abandoned than the last, and the people looked at us all the more meanly. I thought they were going to hurt us. But Anna wasn't afraid, so I did my best to be brave too. Whatever she had in the plastic bag, it was heavy. It wasn't heavy.
We're at her second apartment. Yeah, probably.
The bag
She
was so
sounds
full it was almost the shape of a big ball, but it still swung so lightly. What do you think is in there?
Anna had noticed me looking. I don't know.
Want to guess?
I didn't. I told her I didn't. I told her I couldn't think of anything.
Oh, well, you'll see soon enough.
Brick! Our destination, I saw 5 minutes later, was an empty street. A whole street, blocks and blocks of it, completely abandoned. The pavement was cracked, the buildings that still stood there were hollow, and everything was overgrown with weeds. It was more of a jungle than a city street. It was ugly. I hated to even look at it.
Isn't it so beautiful?
Yeah.
It's ugly, I hate it. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah.
Yeah. Very beautiful.
Show you the best spot here. It's my favorite. Dude, run. Ah. But it'll be our secret, okay?
She found an abandoned street to kill you. Finally release! I mean, no.
No, this is still before current times, I think.
Damn it.
You can't tell anyone else.
Okay. We passed through a tunnel-like opening set in a tall, wide building. Beyond it was a field of brown-yellow grass. It came up to my chest.
I believe it's called wheat.
Wheat. What? Surrounding the grass were the signs of a large apartment building. This used to be a courtyard. The building was a molted, ugly gray. It was most likely been a prettier color before it burned down. It had so many windows, none of which had glass in them. They gaped down at us, empty and dark. And a spot was a square patch of concrete in the middle of the overgrown courtyard. Fuck. Once there, Anna handed me something from the plastic bag. It was a small gas container and a box of matches. Ayo, Anna, maybe we can be best friends now. I like this idea. Anyways, continue. Then she emptied the rest of the bag out on the concrete. When I saw the contents, my chest tightened and started to hurt. This. Anna, this is. On the ground were a few post it notes, a pair of shoes, but mostly clothes. I'd seen them before. They'd belonged to someone I knew. Who? Someone I'd known an eternity ago. Too long ago to remember. But I knew these things were important.
You know what this is?
Yes. I shouldn't?
It's fine if you still recognize them. Completely fine.
You're not mad?
I'm not mad.
She's fucking crazy.
Give me that. Mine.
Anna grabbed the gas canister from my hands. No! I want to play with fire! Not you! Anyways. She poured the gas out onto the clothes and shoes and post-it notes, down to the last drop. Then she tossed the canister aside and stepped away. The canister made a tiny, empty sound as it hit the concrete. Tink. Tunk, tunk. Alright, fuck you.
Wrong vowel.
After that, there was silence. Anna? Should I...
What do you think you should do?
Are you really not mad?
Do what you think you need to do, Jack. And do it quick. It's growing dark, and I didn't bring a flashlight.
So I did what I thought I needed to do. I lit a match. It took me 3 tries to get right because of my clumsy fingers. Fucking dumbass. Should only take you 1 try. Anyways. Cradling the little fire with my hands, I brought it over her things. They were wet and stank of gasoline. I held
No kidding.
Fuck off. I held the lit match above them.
Why are you hesitating? Don't you want to do this?
I don't know. I needed to do what Anna wanted me to do, but the thought of doing it made me want to lie down and cry. Pussy boy. Just light it on fire already. I can explain why those things were so dear to me. They just were. The flame had almost reached my fingers. And I don't think...
Do it! Do it now.
I dropped the match. The little fire touched gasoline and bloomed. The sudden heat made me step back. Those things, those shoes and clothes and little yellow notes, were already crackling and turning into charcoal.
Anna stood by me. Ah, scheiße.
Anna stood by me. Not you! I waited for her to scold me, but she didn't. She put her hand in mine, our fingers interlocked.
You did well.
I did?
Yes. When it came down to it, you did what you should. I'm proud of you.
A warmth filled my chest. My worry for those scattered pieces of nothing on the ground faded away. I was with the love of my life, and she loved me and was proud of me. How could I care about someone? I couldn't even remember what it had been anymore. What? Old clothes? Whatever. Hannah giggled. No! Oh, the syndrome has stuck. I feel like I need to take over the laughter here. You're not very convincing.
I'm sorry I can't do yandere anime girl. That is your specialty, though. Okay, you can have the cackle.
It made me glad to see Anna happy.
I'm not quite sure that was happy. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm not sure that was happy.
I pulled her closer. After a good bit of laughing, she sighed as if it spent and looked at me. And looked up at me.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, it was great. I was able to release the fucking cackle of oblivion. Yep. The things on the ground have already gone away. Or gone out. Oops. They were black and unrecognizable.
Let's go back home.
Okay, Anna.
You're so happy, aren't you? And why wouldn't you be? I'm happy too. The happiest I've ever been.
Me too. I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Really?
What? Yep.
Thank you, Jack. That means the world to me.
We went away hand in hand. But before we walked out into the grass again, I looked back at one last time at the things I burned. Something moved on the edge of my vision, up in the glassless windows. I looked again, but it was gone. This place is dangerous.
Hmm.
Are there people here?
You know what? There just might be. Bad people. We should get home as soon as we can.
Yes. Home. Where it's safe.
That little slut. I hope she had a good look at us burning all that trash of hers. At Jack burning it. God, I'm so proud of him, it hurts. I can't believe I miscalculated, though. I thought Grace was gone for good. But then there she was in our hallway asking where Jack was and what I had done with him. All this while, Jack was right on the other side of the door. Can you imagine what would have happened if I wasn't there? She had knocked on the door or rung the doorbell, and she would have called out, too. It would have scared Jack so badly I can't bear to think about it. Thankfully, I wasn't wrong about everything to do with her. She hasn't called the police. I knew she wouldn't. I just didn't think she'd come back at all.
She was still as scared as a little lamb. Her hands shook while she demanded I tell her what happened to Jack.
I think, oh, there is no Jack here. Would you like to be Grace?
He can't be in there, can he? She stepped forward, but when I put myself between the door and her, she backed off again.
Oh, I can do the stage directions, because
Oh.
I means Anna.
Alright.
I wonder how she didn't pee herself. She was so scared. Jack doesn't want to see you.
The lamb puts the lotion in the basket. That's not how that line goes, but What are you doing to him? No one's seen him since I went away. It's like he disappeared. He's been here the whole time? God, what are you doing to him?
Be quiet. He was making so much noise. Put a hand on her shoulder. I had to see if she had the guts to slap it away. She just stood there. Jack is perfectly fine. He's happy. He doesn't want to see you again.
I know know he probably hates me now, but at least let me see him. I have to at least see him again.
So annoying. Loneliness has made her desperate, unpleasant. That's what being by yourself does. Look at dear Jack. We've only been together for a short while, and he's already such a sweetheart. Wasn't so prickly before. If you see him now, he'll tell you he hates you. Do you really want that?
No, I don't want that, but
Then go away. It's as simple as that, don't you think? Even someone like you should understand.
why are you so. I thought we were.
She swallowed hard.
Well, she's not a quitter.
You...
I have to see him. Anna, please.
Being alone made you into a real bitch, you know that?
What?
Or did it? Were you lonely after all? It really makes me wonder. With how little money you took with you, I was sure you'd be living on the streets. But you're clean and you don't smell. More than usual.
I'm living with a friend. What does it matter?
That's a lie. You don't have any friends. Grace gritted her teeth and glared at me. She wanted to run away in shame. She's so simple, so obvious, but she couldn't leave without Jack so close. So, where are you staying? Whose cock are you sucking for rent?
Oh, I'm not.
Is that wrinkly old man you work with?
It's nothing like that. I am living with Don, but I'm not.
Oh, aren't you? Then how are you paying back his hospitality? You don't have any money. You quit your job too, I checked.
I'm not paying back anything.
Don't be shy.
Oh, screw you! Move!
How violent. It's a good thing I separated her and Jack when I did. Any more of this girl's influence, and who knows what could have happened. She tried to
Ayo.
shove past me, but I had a little surprise in my pocket.
Anna, that's.
Yep! So don't you dare touch me again. I might do something bad. Press the knife against the side of her neck. I drew blood. I couldn't help myself. But it wasn't a lot. I'm not gonna kill someone out in the open like that. I'm not stupid.
Well, thank God. I mean,
Ray stood petrified.
you. You can't do this. Oh.
You'll call the cops? No, you won't. They won't believe you. They never do. Right? She didn't lash out for once. She must have finally realized how useless it was to try. So she shuffled away. I waved her off. It's only polite. She didn't even look back. And she kept following me around even after that. What a stalker. So I had Jack burn her things. I know she was watching. It was beautiful. Now she'll be back off for good. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, easy, you'll trip.
The moment she touched me, those long hours of waiting were painted over with by warmth. It made me so happy.
Something smells good.
Ah, yes, everyone knows you wave goodbye after bringing a knife to a word fight. Of course! You gotta get right to the point somehow, right?
Well, just it's polite. Is it dinner? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you remembered. I'm so glad.
I made a casserole, and it's at the table, and I served it.
Mm. No, that wasn't it. That was not it. That ain't it, Chief.
Hey, bye, you know
That's
what to
not the sound.
do! Bye, you know
Mm.
what to do!
Just okay, but she's also gonna. The Vi's also gonna clip your mating call, so it's fine.
Yeah, it is. It's not even intentional.
That was really tasty, chap.
Thank you. I wasn't happy with the meal. It was tasteless and the meat was tough. But Anna said she liked it. She was so kind. I wish I could help more.
What do you mean?
With with money, I guess. I was being serious, but she laughed. It made me feel a bit stupid.
Oh, Jack, money's no problem at all. I'm a nurse. I make the big bucks. I told you already. I've got a lot saved up, and the rent here's nothing.
Oh, okay. Anna hummed contentedly. A minute later, she stopped.
There is something you can do, actually.
Really?
Yes, really. But I'm not sure if you'd be up to it.
Anything! I'll do anything for you.
Okay, then.
What is it? How can I help?
Wait until before bedtime, okay?
I nodded. When I heard what you wanted me to do, I didn't take it well. I was angry, furious. I felt betrayed. You want me to.
Yes, I do.
But no! You said I'd never have to remember anything. You promised. I got up from the bed and started pacing from wall to wall, never looking at Anna. What she said hurt. How could you lie like that?
Oh, baby. Please don't hate me.
I was shivering with anger. I thought I might faint. But I didn't hate her. I couldn't. So I stopped walking and faced her.
I know I said what I said, but this is important. Don't you believe me?
There was only one thing I could say. Yeah,
Mm.
I believe you.
Thank you, Jack. I love you.
I love you too.
And I'm sorry.
Don't don't say you're. Hearing Anna say she was sorry was for some reason like a punch to the gut. It tugged at my memory. She she always said,
I know. But that's not what I'm telling you to remember. You must never remember that woman. Forget all you have left of her.
then
What I want you to recall goes much, much further back. It won't be easy, but when you remember, our love will be the deepest it's ever been. Don't you want that?
I do. I love you. I want that. I want to love you even more. Tell me what I should remember.
Anna embraced me with happy tears in her eyes, but she wouldn't tell me what I needed to remember. Why the giggles?
Because it was just a switch up.
Okay, why would Jack's narration be the same as Anna's?
I don't know. It was which is amusing
Right,
as well.
it wouldn't. She said it would be pointless if she told me. I had to remember it all by myself. Anna ordered me to sit down in front of the alarm clock every day for at least an hour. I was to do this while she was at work. I was to have my eyes closed. I was to try digging back at my memories. Far, far back. I did as ordered. But the first time I tried, the very next day, it was all so foggy in my mind that I couldn't even start. Thinking felt slow. It was like walking through molasses. I only made myself tired. Before I fell asleep sitting up, one last thought came to me. Was thinking always so hard?
Yes.
Brain hurt, think hard. The second time, too, I gave up right away.
Oh, yeah, no, but I definitely know what Food Wars is. I've seen it. I know. I'm aware.
Of that Food Wars. It's not
Yeah.
not seen it, heard of it though. I couldn't do it.
Oh. Oh.
We're not
Okay.
we're not we're not adding that one to the list of things to watch.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
But I promised Anna, why are we? I don't think that's necessary. Okay, not when my anime recommendations are wholesome things like Komi can't communicate. That's
I
not
have
fair.
wholesome things. You
Okay,
saying I don't
okay, to
have
be fair,
wholesome
I have.
things?
No, I'm just saying that my anime recommendations are Komi can't. Well, I also recommended Monster Masume. Touche, and we
Yeah.
will continue. The next day I tried harder. My head hurt and I felt like I was groping in the dark, scared and all alone.
Yo.
But I did it. Thoughts.
Also, I clipped it.
Brain
Thank
work.
you.
Um, but, oh. Oh, yes, the thing. Oh, Christ. I promised Anna.
No thoughts, head empty.
No thoughts, head empty. I waited further in. A flash of smile made my chest hurt,
Owie.
but I kept going. For love.
Simp.
Huh? Which one did I love? Which one did I hate? Things didn't used to be like this, did they?
Oh.
Something went... This feels wrong. Something went terribly wrong. I need to make sense of it. Days later, when going back in my memory, I reached a wall. A dam.
Well, damn.
Well, the dam doesn't have a well. I felt like I shouldn't try to climb over it, so I didn't. There were things out there I didn't want to see. So I went back to the puddle I'd been searching through.
Honestly, this guy's got a hell of a love life. Continue.
It was a stew of love and fear and hate, given and taken seemingly at random. It was a mess. I mean, his love life is hell, if that's what you mean.
From the
But
looks
it
of
was a
it.
mess in my head. He was a sim for his first love in Stockholm for a second. Oh no! I would make it. I would make it make sense. Not I would make it sense make. I would make it sense make.
Oh, we'll make it sense, make. I promise.
Jack.
Yes, Anna.
I'm going to work. Aren't you gonna say bye?
Change. Bye, whore. Oh, bye, Anna. I like my version better.
And a goodbye kiss.
Fuck you. We kissed. Anna placed a hand on my forehead.
Are you okay? You might have a fever. I can give you something for that.
I smiled. I'm okay. It's just.
What is it? Trouble? You can tell me anything. Watch him leave them both and find a third girl who's been stalking him since high school.
Honestly, I'd fucking believe it.
Do you know that sandwich shop? Ah, wait, this is your line. Damn it.
But
I
so,
thought it was my line.
do you want to go back as Jack?
I mean, I can, but at this point, I'm committed to doing the Anna. I've nailed my tsundere.
Damn.
Yeah, sorry, yandere. I've nailed my yandere. Yeah, shut up, phrasing.
Do you know that sandwich shop
Which one?
next to the one where I?
Next to the store.
Okay, Squidward.
Like, she looks very pissed off about where that sandwich shop is.
Yeah, that's when you go next
So,
to the store. Not
right,
next
Squidward
to
was
the
accurate.
store.
Uh,
I nodded.
alright, nod. He'll only find true love when he goes to Canada and starts dating a guy. You want a sandwich from there?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Well, there is always a huge line there. I mean, you might not get one.
Please,
I might
Anna?
forget.
It would mean a lot to me.
Oh, how can I resist? Of course, darling. I'll get you any. What kind of sandwich do you want?
The kind that they have.
If he says BLT, I'm gonna slap him.
Anything you pick.
Well, that's worse.
BLT.
What's that 6-inch sub?
With extra
Hmm.
meat! Ayo! Ayo, if he's only taking 6 inches, pussy. He's a guy. He could probably take a bit more than that.
I'm not weighing into this.
Your name's not Jack, is it? Hold on, we could change
It's not.
that.
Nope, it's not. We're not. Okay, your name's not Anna, so it's fine. Your name's not Grace either, so it's still fine.
Oh, continue.
I'll get you something light. You're not getting much exercise. I don't want you to get fat.
Too late.
Is that alright?
Yep.
Great. Don't forget your remembering session. Oh, that's not friggin' kind of weird and horror movie-esque. You've been doing those, right? I have no idea since I forced you to do them while I was at work.
Yeah.
And?
I frowned and shook my head.
Nothing yet? Oh, well, it's not even been 2 weeks yet. You'll get there soon. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, I will. Anna pinched my cheek, kissed me. Shut up!
I cut myself off before I could start. It's fine.
I don't care. You still did it. Anna pinched my cheek, kissed me again, and left. And I went and threw up in the toilet. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh,
well,
God.
she did think you had a fever, to be fair.
I brushed my teeth and washed my mouth 3 times over. I can't. I can't go on like this. I couldn't keep living here. Sorry. I waited 10 minutes until I'm sure Anna was gone. I then pulled back the heavy curtains. Sunlight! Down on the street, there was a single person, looking sad and abandoned. I waved at her. She looked up, nodded, and walked into the building.
Hi, Jack.
I was so happy to see her. I wanted to cry. Oh, Grace. My turn. We started seeing each other in secret 5 days ago. I knew how long exactly. I started counting the days again. That big cloud of confusion in my brain was gone. It wasn't Anna's dog anymore. I was Anna's own fault. Oh, it was Anna's own fault. Bleh. What else could she expect? Having me dig around my past like that. But it was scary how close I'd come to letting go. If things were a bit different, I might have kept on being a half-mute idiot forever. Or a bumbling fool. And I never would have met Grace
Hey!
inside. When I first heard Grace's voice again, I thought I'd finally snapped. I thought I was hallucinating. But I opened the door and there she was. Grace? Grace, I'm so happy to see you. I thought after your message, I thought I'd never.
Say that. Don't say anything. Just for a minute.
We put our arms around each other. We've only been apart for a few weeks, but with so many things that happened that it felt like years.
I knew it. You don't hate me.
I didn't know what she was talking about, and I didn't really care. Only one thing mattered right now. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I've been working up the courage to leave ever since had become myself again. As stupid as it sounded, I was afraid of going outside. But with Grace here, I could leave. I could do anything.
We can't.
Huh?
You're not going to leave here. Not yet.
Why not? Do you have any idea what it's like for me in here?
I can't imagine, Jack. I'm so sorry I didn't believe you. You know how dangerous Anna was right from the start.
That's all the more reason to get the hell away.
I told you, not yet. This isn't something we can run away from. I so wish we just pack up and leave, but she has a knife and she's threatened me with it twice now.
Oh no, a knife. Whatever shall I do? You can stitch that up really quickly depending on whatever place she hits. Although she's a nurse, so she might go for a vital artery, but it's fine. As long as you don't bleed out.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay, that's... Okay, Anna's going to follow us wherever we go.
God damn it! I stomped on the ground like an angry child. She was right. Anna had followed me here. If we left now, she'd do it again. We have to report her to the...
No, Jack. No police. They'd trust her first a million times over.
I guess they would. Besides, I wasn't even sure if she's done anything actually illegal. Wait, so Stockholm is also Stalker? Yeah, she's the original Stalker.
Yeah, she did the stalking first. Grace was just like the nice lady that we met while we were at work.
Yeah. God damn it, girlfriend 2 is also 3. I actually don't know. Otter knows more than I. From that sound of laughter, I'm gonna say no. Anyways. But then what? Oh, but what then? Sorry. What do we do?
I don't know. Ugh, why is this happening to us?
Like, oh my god. Sorry. Even as we talked, we kept our ears to the hallway. Stop. You don't like my oh my god like white girl voice. Like you don't want to get some Starbucks.
Okay, you know what? Alright, okay.
What's wrong? Like I'm always like this. Like totally.
Okay, keep going. Got it. Keep her up. Keep her steady, keep her straight.
Oh my god. Like, but like.
Click.
Though we both knew Anna was at work, the slightest echo of a footstep was enough to make us jump.
Can't she just leave us alone? What does she even want from you?
This dick. Anyways, I think I might have a clue. Damn, my girlfriend 2 is also 3. My girlfriend 3 in my prediction. When he leaves them both and meets the stalker. They're all stalkers at this point. I told Grace about how Anna was trying to make me remember stuff from years ago. But it was so long ago. Anything could have been her. Anything could have made her obsessed with me.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jack.
gosh, you should totally like stay in my room forever.
Valley Girl Anna, probably.
What? I should have made Anna a valley girl.
No, okay, but she needs to be okay, but Valley Girl Yandere are not two things that go next to each other. Incorrect.
Like, oh my god, I'm going to totally stab you with this knife if you come near my
You
boy toy ever again, okay?
stop. Okay, well, you need to. You know what? You should put that in your pocket. Just leave it there for now.
But the knife is already out of my pocket.
That's not what I'm saying. Put Yandere Valley Girl away. We'll bring her back a different time. I'm sorry to say this, but I know you always hated it when I did.
What is it?
You should remember things.
I should remember things? Damn.
Probably.
I remember. Like, oh my god, I'm the valley girl to Cinderella.
Oh my god.
You didn't exactly
Oh
say
my
what
god.
things. You can blame Vi for this.
I'm loading the shotgun with yandere intent.
Let's fucking
Senpai
go.
will be mine forever.
Oh my god, senpai. Let's fucking go. You're going to be mine. Into the basement you go. I had a good feeling that's what she'd say. I didn't like it.
You really do have to remember.
Yeah, there's no way in hell she isn't from his past. There's just no fucking way at this point. I pinched the bridge of my nose. There's a big headache coming on, right behind my eyes. Yeah, that's your occipital lobe. Oh, wait. No, frontal. I'm fucking stupid. Occipital's in the back. Sorry, it's been a moment. You should probably drink some water. I know.
We can't win against her like this. Not when she knows so much more than we do.
Uh-huh. I know, alright?
Do you think you can do it? For me this time instead of her?
I don't want to do it. But I think I can. I've never tried. Not seriously. Not since those first few days.
Good. Please do try.
No.
Thank you for not giving in, Jack. I know it must be hard.
You know what else is
Do you
hard?
need anything from outside? I could sneak something in. I'm ignoring that comment. I don't have a lot, but... I clipped Yandere Anna Stockholm, the Valley Girl Stalker.
No!
You curse of... I don't know why you're knowing that. That one was super clip material. Like, there's clip material, and then there's what that was.
There was that where it's like, ah. No, I don't need anything. And it kept me well fed. Ayo? I put as much contempt as I could into those words. Are you doing alright, though? You don't have any money, do you? I think Anna's got some stash somewhere around here. Grace refused.
Can't risk her noticing. And besides, I'm doing okay. I'm staying with a friend. They're a big help.
I bet. They also keep her well fed. Extra protein. Oh. Alright then. So she landed on her feet. It made me happy to hear that.
I'll be going now, Jack.
Anna, we have the meats.
Big help. What, already? Oh, no.
That's my line.
I know. I just read it because you were interacting with chat.
Still. What, already? Anna won't be home for hours.
He's not supposed to. We've got to be careful. Being here at all is making me so nervous I could die. You know, because I'm kind of useless. And...
Well, she's blonde, so.
Damn!
You're right. Thank you. I know I'm right, Jack. Thank you. Besides, we'll have plenty of time to spend together once this is over. Then die.
Yeah. Just us two.
We looked at each other lovingly. Then a door slammed shut somewhere in the building.
I really need to go. Bye, Jack. I'm gonna get stabbed on the way out now.
It's gonna really fucking hurt. But oh my god, the Valley Girl's back! Anyways, bye, Grace. I love you.
All three of them should just die.
Hey, yo, I can arrange that. What are you saying for? Is that what happens? That sounds like that's what happens, chat.
I know things that Reaper doesn't.
Shut up, Mr. Krabs. You went from Squidward to Mr. fucking Krabs.
What?
I want to know what's going on with that old ass store owner Grace is living with. Well, if you look up ugly bastard on hentai, I mean,
okay, hey. God isn't an ugly bastard. He's just like 60 and has a bad back. There's a difference.
Alright, old man on hentai.
You shouldn't do that.
Give me some store owner lore, Reaper. Okay. Alright, so you see here,
You see, there's no lore. It's just Don.
No. I can give lore.
Yeah, okay, if you're gonna make up lore, I'm gonna go get some water before I dehydrate myself with all this talking. See, it's already affecting my speech.
Go, shoo. I will read this a little bit. I wonder if it'd still be okay for me to tell Grace I loved her, but the words went and said themselves. No lore, grace filled. No lore, grace filled? What do you mean? I can give lore. It's not necessarily canon, but it's lore. Like, I guess it's just more like fan lore at this point. No lore, everyone unalive. I have permission to be unalive, everybody. Let's go. Just kidding, everybody. Don't think those, or if you think those thoughts, please seek professional help. Thank you very much. In all actuality, please go seek professional help. Holy shit, it's almost 11. That's kind of whack. Normally, I would have been barely live for an hour. It's been about 2 hours now. I guess it's a good thing that I have moved the schedule up by an hour. It's quite nice indeed. Actually, one moment. Wait, hold on. If you don't want to unalive, please just don't just out pure spite. Yeah, if you don't want to unalive, please just don't. Vi, what is this? If you don't want to unalive, please just don't just off pure spite of Anna. Don't let Miss Stockholm Stalker win. Yeah, like you have to outlive her. And if she does just do the gaming unalive bit, that's okay. You keep doing it. You keep living on in spite of her because you know you're going to have a better life than she ever would because you're not her. You're not, oh my god, Valley Girl. Like, my name is Valley Girl Anna. Hi.
Okay. All right. I see.
You misread the first part.
Everyone unalive, graves filled. If you want to unalive, don't just do it out of pure spite for Anna. Don't let her win. And apparently you misread something. That's amazing. Am I all caught up? Is that the lore?
Yeah, we didn't talk about the lore for the shopkeeper yet, so okay. Now listen here.
There isn't any.
I'm making a lore here.
All right.
So,
We got Lord Beard Reaper here. Oh no.
Lord Beard Reaper, no. Guys, I don't have a beard. Believe it or not, I don't.
But you are a Lord Beard. That's the difference.
No. Anyways, so Don. His name is Donathan. Okay, I don't know why, but his name is Donathan. From the ripe old age of 2, he knew he wanted to work at a store his whole life. Ripe old age of 2. He went to one store once and he said, "Yeah, I want to work in one of these places for the rest of my miserable life." All right. So he went throughout high school. Counselors like, "Hey, what do you want to do in your life?" "I want to work in a store." They looked at him like he was fucking nuts. Rightfully so, but still. But he said, "Screw those counselors." He got straight A's and could have done a lot of things in life, become like an engineer or something. But nah. Once he graduated, he went working for the store that they're currently set in the game and has not left since. And he hasn't even gotten a raise or a promotion ever since then. And that's about the lovely store clerk, Donathan. What now? Store clerk lore, he's just a spy trying to find a family. It's none of what Reaper's talking about. What do you mean? It's totally what I'm talking about. I'm the quote
Okay.
unquote lore beard.
All right. This is
What?
you. This is you being done. This is you being done.
What's the step above store owner? Death. Alright, we continue on. What does a store owner get promoted to? I already told you! Grace stood on her tippy toes to kiss me on the cheek.
I love you too.
Locking the door after she was one of the. Locking the. I was reading it right, but my brain said no. Locking the door after her was one of the most difficult things I've ever done. But seeing her had given me the courage I needed. I felt I could do anything. And now here we were, 5 days later, 2 secret meetings later. I couldn't go on. Grace, I'm sorry.
You can't stay here anymore.
I really, really can't. I'm at my limit. No, I'm way past my limit. I'm surprised I've still got it together.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Have you made any progress?
That's what you're concerned about? Whore.
Well, we can't just leave.
Apparently. It was an echo of Anna's constant questioning. But Grace wasn't doing it on purpose, I told myself. Yes, she is. I kept my anger in check. No, nothing. I can't remember anything from that time. It's like one big blind spot. I can't do it. It's hopeless. Alright. I have a prediction. Will it be right? Doubtful. However, I predict that both Anna and Grace are actually sisters and they're competing on whoever actually wins Jack's affection.
Can who can love who can love this poor amnesiac better?
No. Who can they make them have Jack love them back more?
Who can manipulate this amnesiac better?
Yeah, pretty
Ah,
much.
okay.
Who could do the best Stockholming, alright?
I think Anna wins. Just okay.
I don't know. Grace is putting on an even more convincing act, making him feel genuine love, and then in reality, she's like, "You're a fucking simp. I don't fucking love you."
Oh, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I can't do it. It's
We'll never
hopeless.
finish it at this rate.
No. I blame
If
you.
you say it's really hopeless, then I guess it's no use at all. You said the same thing last time too, but I still made you try.
Whore!
It's my fault you're in so much pain.
It's not your fault. It's hers. I heaved a sigh. I need to pack a few things. Wait here, I'll be ready in 5.
It's a no again.
What? You can't mean.
I want you to stay here, Jack.
There's no way I can.
Just a little bit more, I promise.
She came up to me and felt my upper arms.
You're so thin now. You can still hold her down, right?
Hey, yo! A chill went over me. What do you mean? Aren't we running away?
We can't run away. She'll find us again. And then what? Can't live like that, always afraid. I'm sure you can't either.
So, you're going to. She couldn't mean. Grace whispered
Yes? Oh, sorry. Yes!
No! It's wrong. Plain wrong. I mean, it's economically friendly.
Whoa, chat! Chat, whoa!
Wait,
Whoa!
Ah! Vi!
Where's the red flags at? Start waving a couple of those. Just put them on Vi and Cupcake Island. Just bunch of red flags over there. Yeah, it is. It's
You
very
know,
wrong.
this is like barely anything she's. I'm sorry. I always assume she. I'm sorry. They've said they said way worse before. Way worse.
Alright, fair enough. But what else is there going to do? They're to do, sorry. She's backed us into a corner. It's practically self-defense. Just a little bit of murder.
I guess if you look at it that way. No. Absolutely not. My head pounded at the temples.
I'm so happy you agree. I so wish we could do it today, but I need to prepare. I need to sharpen my knife. Can you stand being here until tomorrow evening?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Tomorrow, Anna has a morning shift, and she'll be back early afternoon. Let's go for 6 o'clock. Okay?
Okay.
6 o'clock. Please have her immobilized by then.
Ayo. Mobilized how? I was already swept up in this plan. I didn't think twice about what Grace said anymore.
The more immobilized, the better. Just stat on her, that'd be alright, I guess, but tying her down would be a big help. If you could knock her out, that would be amazing.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I'll be outside in the hallway. When she's all tied up or passed out or whatever, shout out so I know it's safe, okay?
Alright. And then, what will you do then? To answer, Grace took out a small knife out of her pocket. No, okay, alright. So, like, you have to have a decent enough knife to, like, make anything happen. Like, small knives, yeah, they're helpful. However, if you really, really want to get in there, you really need a decent sized knife. You need to make her really feel it. Anyways, don't listen to that
You
chat.
know, it's not You don't. Okay, we're not here for a good clean kill. We're here to like just
Oh, for torture?
murder.
Slow murder? Never mind. The smaller the better. So I mean,
All right, we're just what?
guys, I
This
promise
the
I'm not
smug.
like any of these characters.
I think she's slightly lying. Actually, no, I can confirm she's slightly lying.
What? I would never lie. I never.
Chat, you heard the mating call. Even it's true.
What?
That's what I'm calling your trilling woos. It's great. I love that. It's very funny.
I would never
Stealing it.
lie. Never. Absolutely never.
Okay, whatever. Click click.
To answer, Grace took out a small knife out of her pocket. I probably already read that. I don't care. She turned it in her hand a few times. Please join us next time as Reaper shows us why she's banned in 5 different countries for war crimes. Only 5?
No.
Those are rookie numbers. I mean, no, I would never do such things. Only then did I realize the full weight of what she would do. And only then did I realize how she didn't seem bothered by it. Grace, what happened?
What do you mean?
I really feel like I need to take back these characters because then I could really.
Do you want them back? You can
Yeah,
have them back
kinda.
next chapter. You can have them back next
Okay.
chapter.
5 countries we know of. This isn't like you. The Grace I know. I hesitated. What did Anna do to you? Grace's good mood seemed to evaporate. She pressed her face against my chest.
She did a lot. She felt like I was dirt. I promised myself that it would never happen again.
The knife was still in her hand. It looked so sharp.
She took you from me too. It's the only thing I really can't forgive. Imagine how happy we'd be if she never existed. Living paycheck to paycheck, working at a grocery store in the middle of like downtown Chicago.
Okay.
Truly the life.
I put my arms around her. I get it. Then let me do it. Give me the knife. No,
Do you not
pussy,
have a
I
kitchen
want
knife,
to
dog?
stab him. Sorry, what?
Come on now. So do you not have a kitchen knife, dog?
Oh. I don't want to see you do this. I do. Maybe I'll be able to work something out, I thought. Maybe I wouldn't have to lead the bloodshed.
We
Pussy!
opened this game with murder.
Yeah, we did. I hated the sight of blood. Fucking pussy. I mean,
I'm sorry, Jack.
AKA Jack the Simp.
This is something I have to do. No, it's not just that. The truth is, I saw those eyes. I want to do it myself. Those were Anna eyes. I saw those. It's like nothing will ever feel right again if I don't do it.
No! I mean, you're not wrong, but no. Grace put a hand on my chin. I leaned in closer, but she stopped me before we kissed.
I love you, Jack.
I love you too. Her skin felt hot. She was giving off heat like a furnace.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
Please don't be. One day we'll look back on this and laugh. New chapter, I think.
I woke up with a bitter taste in my mouth.
Nope.
One day we'll look back and laugh. I'm sure as hell not laughing now. That's a good thought
That's
to
a
have.
good thought to have, question mark.
I could rate it because you've been rating 2 people. What?
Fair enough.
Oh, it's you. Don't sneak up on me like that, Christ. Oh, I guess it was you after all.
You should laugh as much as you can, you know? It helps reduce stress.
That's fucking bullshit, but it's hard to find things funny with you around. Do you have to come here so often? I see more than I see more than I see more than enough of you in my dreams. That long, shameful mouth I spent with her. Month. Fuck! I spent with her keeps coming to me like while I sleep. It's souring my mood. I couldn't even pretend around Anna anymore. Maybe I should write about it in the journal. After all. No, screw that. It'd be too embarrassing to write down.
Jack, that's so sweet.
Hold on. I'm ready to deteriorate chat and point out the truth about Reaper. Like how he's a. Okay, continuing on. Huh? What is?
So you dream about me? I have dreams about you too, every night.
Yeah, but mine are nightmares.
Looks like someone's cranky from having just woken up. You better not be so rude to your doctor, though. He's not as nice as I am. He might kick you out if you misbehave. I've seen him do that.
That's fine. I might be happier out on the street. The doctor comes along soon enough. He has good news for me, he says. It was looking good, Mr. Friday. Far better than before. Your blood pressure's fine, and the other things too. That's great news, doctor. My attention is split between what he says and what I see in his coat pocket. It's glinting. Is it a pen? No, it's not a pen, it's something else. My heart beats faster. Thankfully, I still remember to ask an important question. So, when can I leave? Yeah, when are you going to release me? The doctor scratches his head and then counts on his fingers. Wednesday next week. Next week? Yes. Wow, thanks, doctor. You're welcome. It was way earlier than I expected. I'd prepared myself for being here for a few more weeks. Thank you so much. Here. I put out a hand for him to shake. After a second, he takes it. I pull him closer and he stumbles, nearly sprawling across my bed. It's a very sloppy handshake. Sorry, doctor. My bad. He coughs. It's fine. You've really helped me. A lot. All in a day's work. So, yes, next week. And then you've got rehab. Rehab, doc? Oh, yes. After you leave here, it's straight to the physical rehab facility for you. We don't have inpatient facility here, but there's a great one on the other side of town. I'm sending you there. I'm not going home? No, of course not. You've ended up hurting yourself or with a limp. Is that what you want? No, that won't do. That won't do at all. He jots down some notes. Wednesday. That's in 4 days. The nurses have been exercising you, right? They what? Huh? Exercising me? They haven't? He turns to Anna. What's this about, nurse?
Excuse me?
You should have been giving him some mild exercise. Well,
You never told us that, doctor.
can't you tell by yourself? This doctor starts mumbling to himself while making more notes. Christ. I really have to do everything around here, don't I? No, that's fine. Not like you're paid to do these things or anything. And how long will I stay here, doctor? He raised his hand as if giving up on me. It's always that with you, isn't it? Look, how long you'll stay at the facility is up to the people there. I can't tell you that. But don't hold your breath. I let out a laugh. Man, you're really gonna milk me dry, aren't you? Phrasing! I bet you gotta deal with the people over there, Doctor. Don't you know I'm poor as hell? He makes a grave face. The thought never crossed my mind. I only live to help people like myself, Mr. Friday, so I don't expect hearing such accusations. Though I appreciate bleh. I'd like you to be more careful about what you say. Understand? Understood. Fuck! Understood. Good. And he rushes off, leather shoes creaking.
Well then.
Anna grabs on my right leg, the one that isn't broken. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
It's exercise. You remember what the doctor said, don't you?
Right. Well, I suppose it's fine. She brings my knee to my chest. The joints in my leg pop. I can feel that from here. Counts out his fingers. Wednesday, next week. Is this doc also a victim of Anna Stockholm? Probably at this point.
Oh my god.
At some point in nurses' careers, they're basically a second doc. That's also true.
Maybe if she stops homing socks so up, she'll actually start nursing.
She'd know what the fuck to do. It's stiff. I haven't used it in a long time. Yeah, no shit. Anna?
How is it? Any pain?
How is it? Any pain? No. A little sore, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay.
She brings my leg back down.
I'll keep going then, if you don't mind.
Keep going as you please. She repeats the whole motion, ever so gently. If this will help me walk faster, I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped taking home the stock. I mean, patients from the hospital.
You're there to treat them, not steal them. Well, she did practice her Stockholming on, like, terminally ill cancer patients, so there's that.
Wait, is that canon?
Did you not hear her earlier when she was reading in her Dear Diary? And she was like, yeah, I took the terminally ill ones home and tried manipulating them, and it kind of worked. But not really.
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot about that. I was probably laughing.
You were, that's true.
See, yeah, so
Dear Diary.
Exactly, I was probably laughing because of that. Her hands are on me. When she helps fold my leg up, her neck is so close I could... How do you feel about what the doctor said?
What did he say?
That I'm out of here by next week. Dude, you forget Reaper's motto? Oh god, I got a motto? I don't know, what's the motto with you?
Oh, no. What do you think your motto is?
Ears blind, eyes deaf. What? I've never said that, but okay.
I don't remember this one. This one's not. Let me look at the lore real quick. I don't think it's there, though. Alright.
Of lore.
Oh, Jack was whispering, apparently.
I know, I was getting there. I whispered so the other patients can't hear. How does it make you feel? Are you angry? Anna's smile doesn't break, but her fingers press against me more forcefully.
I'm not angry, of course. It's nice that you're getting better.
Oh, yeah?
And I'll still visit you at the facility.
I'm sure you will. Oh, but if they're very strict... Oh, but what if they're very strict about visiting hours? That'd be a bummer, wouldn't it? For the first time in so long, I feel like I have the upper hand. It's going to my head. And who knows? Maybe I'll tell them I don't want any visitors.
To focus on your recovery.
Jack in another world whispering, "How you doing?" Hey,
How
there,
you
Mama, let me
doing?
whisper in your ear.
No.
Yeah, of course.
That's good. I want you healthy, darling.
She stops exercising me mid-motion.
I can wait. How long do you think I've waited before? I'm a patient girl.
Her fingers find their way up my inner leg.
I can wait. No problem. Because after this is done, you'll be mine again. All mine. Forever.
I grab her by the wrist. My fingernails dig into her skin.
Ouch. You're hurting me.
Shut up. How come? What makes you so? I'm never living with you again. You know that?
Oh, sweetie. You'll do as I say.
Ugh. Of course. You still have Grace.
Well, yes, that's one reason. There's one much dearer to my heart. Do you know what that is?
I glare back.
It's that you love me.
I don't.
You do. You love me, even if you don't know you love me. Deep down, you love me more than anything in the world. Just like I love you. You spent so long living all these years that you started believing them yourself. All these lies that you started believing yourself. Don't worry, though. I'll help you remember all over again.
She finally lets go of me.
Get plenty of rest. You have a lot ahead of you.
She goes away, leaving me to myself and to my broken body. That night, I dream of how I got to be like this. We finally get the lore. Number 7. Wait, we probably should stop here though.
Okay. We're gonna have. You know what? Hold on. Let me look something up real quick. Uh,
I will save them.
what's the total playtime?
Uh, 9. Whoa. We're at Tuesday, April 26th, 2022. Oh wait,
I
never
thought
mind.
it was gonna tell us the. Okay.
Never mind. It actually gives me the real date. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I know we're in chapter 7, so.
How long do you has? What's your total playtime on Steam at the moment?
Before this was like 2 hours. Something like 2.5 hours. Let me check on Steam
Oh,
though. Before this. So it's probably about like 4.
oh. Well, the game is supposed to be about 2 hours, so
Well, to be
clearly we're
fair.
taking much longer.
Well, yeah, we
We
have
are
this.
reading everything. We're not just clicking and reading ourselves.
Yeah, we're reading
So I guess
everything.
double it. So it should take us 6 hours total.
Yeah. But hey, we can stream this tomorrow, yeah?
That's true, and then we should be able to finish it.
Yeah. And then I get to play as the bitches this time.
Yes, you get to
Yeah,
finish it
but
as.
you've been quoted. So, you've been clipped.
You know what? I've been clipped doing anime girl things because I'm a dude doing anime girl things.
Yeah, you're an e-boy.
It's not how that works.
Is now. It's
We'll
amusing.
finally get to the murder.
The murder? The murder, you say?
Yes, the varying amounts of murder have not technically reared their heads yet.
Damn it, we need to get to the murder.
Yes, we do.
And then I can be like, okay, guys, so this is how you actually do it. And then I'm like, wait, I can't divulge this. I can't tell all this information. Anyways,
I feel like you're gonna pick. I feel like you're gonna force this into like the worst ending, and that's kind of funny to me.
force?
I feel like you're gonna, well, not
Wow.
force, but I feel like when you're given the two options that you're allowed in this game, you're gonna pick the bad end.
Wow.
I get a feeling.
I don't get any confidence. I don't get nothing. I'm always assumed like, ah, yeah, we gonna get the bad.
Well, I know for a fact you're not getting the air quotes best ending.
Why not?
I just have a hunch, okay?
That's rude. That's kind of uncalled for.
I also know what all the endings are,
Reaper
so
would
that's
make
why
the
I'm saying.
worst options possible. What the fuck? What the
See,
hell?
even Cupcake agrees.
Everyone's dying with Reaper involved. Why? Why does everyone assume that? Why?
You know
Why?
what? You should stop questioning why you radiate murderous intent, and start just like,
Embracing it?
yeah, you should just own it and be like, yes, I want them all murdered. Thank you. Like that's the in fact
No,
the
because
end goal here.
Jack's gonna die to a bunny. Ayo, I was born in the year of rabbit, so maybe Grace will die to a clown. Hey, he's gonna die. She's gonna die to Otter.
Hey, hey,
You're not saying no. You're not saying no whatsoever.
I'm dis. Hey, stop, cease. Desist.
Oh, I'm glad I got that on stream. And it's gonna
What the stuff?
yeah, the Stasies. And it's gonna slip on a nail and die to syphilis. Yeah.
How is she gonna get?
The
How is
Christopher
she gonna get
Columbus.
syphilis? She only likes Jack, and Jack ain't catting around with anyone.
Jack was born with syphilis.
I
Grace.
fine, I guess.
Grace, you may need to get checked out.
I like how we care about Grace and not Anna.
I
Like,
don't give
oh,
a fuck about Grace either. She's a dumb
oh,
bimbo
okay.
blonde.
We don't like we don't like the short blondie. We don't like the tall yonder.
No. From the nail.
What?
The nail has syphilis. The nail's been getting around, apparently.
You mean tetanus? I think you meant tetanus. Uh,
Holy scheiße. Yeah, that was something. I giggled a lot today. That's probably not great. But it's fine. It's great.
well, we got clip chimped a bit, so.
Clip chimped?
Yeah, we got clip chimped.
I've never heard that phrase before.
You've never heard of clip chimping?
No. I've heard of pimp chimping, not clip chimping. If Grace's hair was mid-back length, Reaper would want her. No, I mean syphilis. Mid-back? So, like, how long my hair is? Actually, my hair's longer. But why would I want her? The fuck? No, she's blonde. Ew. I'm sorry.
Blondies.
I've met quite a few blondies in my life, and they're dumb as shit. They live up to the dumb blonde bimbo.
No, she's got a point.
Exactly.
Like on the hierarchy of hairs, it's like everything else is in like S or A tier. Blondies get F tier.
No, blondies get Z tier at this point.
You know what? People who dye their hair blonde also get like F tier because they choose to be blondes.
Unless it's platinum blonde or like a white. Then I'm okay with it. But it's not necessarily blonde.
Platinum? You're okay with platinum blonde? That's the most bimbo hair. That is maximum bimbo hair color. What do you mean?
I don't know. I prefer more white than a yellow. I'm sorry, I don't like piss color hair.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
Alright. Okay, because people have actual blonde hair, it's more like straw, and straw isn't
piss color.
Oh, what? Good stream, everybody. Solid stream.
What do they use straw for most of the time?
Feeding cows.
And also to put on the ground of stalls. And you know what they do in stalls, right? Because they're
sleep,
animals.
eat, shit. The list goes on.
Exactly. So I'm being generous when I'm saying it's piss colored, okay?
Okay, you know what? It's alright. Good
This.
stream, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to get.
Oh yeah, true, true. We should do it. Does this mean blondes get a DDD tier? Oh dear lord. All right, that's gonna be the end of the stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked listening to this dumb fuckery today, maybe consider following if you haven't been doing that. That'd be great. Uh, um, check out socials if you want to too. I need to be more active on them. I say that and I don't, but then again, I don't feel like arguing on Twitter over dumb shit, even though that's what's meant for nowadays. Can't tell me otherwise. But yeah. Farewell. Say anything. You want to say anything, Otter, before we leave?
I got nothing.
All right, then say bye, bitch.
Directly? Would you like me to quote that directly?
I don't give a shit.
Later, chat.
I thought he was gonna say Chad. Not gonna lie. Anyways, farewell, farewell, friends. Bye bye for now. Fuck off.